Hello guys, it's Lise from Lisa's Crafty Creations, and Mr. Postman's been. So I thought I'd share with you today what he has brought. So here's parcel number 1. It's all come from Amazon. You know, I always make it more difficult for myself when I open these parcels. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got a few different things. The box is empty. First of all, we've got a weekly planner. Now, this is not actually to use. This is to tear up and put into another album. So I'm going to take the pages out and use them. So I think I might just use this rather than the day-to-day planner. I might just use the this side. So their weekly focus, your weekly goals, your to-do list, and then your habit tracker. Because what I've done is I'll show you bits of it. I'm not showing you all of it because it's quite private. But I've been making this album, and it's for my niece. She got married on the 5th of May, so the adventure begins, and then it's basically goes through the year. So we've got the wedding day, then we've got honeymoon memories, and then, you know, bits to do with the beliefs that she has, the Bell Clan, pages for the family, pages regarding a new home, traveling pages, holiday pages, you know, so we've got like camping, and then this is what I've done for the months of the year. So we start with January, and then we've got February, March, and I've decorated it with like a March hare and some little chicks. I love this paper. This butterfly paper is just stunning. And then we've got April, May, and I've decorated some of the pages, June, July. So in these gaps here, that's where I intend to put the planners. And we've got August, September, October, November, and then finally December. And then I've got some plans for their plans for 2024, their first wedding anniversary, and then leave it at that. So that's my plans for that book. So as I say, the planners is to go into that. So that's what that will be for. Then we have, I bought these as well, daily schedules. So I think I might put these in because they look like tags. We have a daily schedule, we have a to-do list, and we have another there's 2 to-do lists and 2 daily schedules. So I might actually use those rather than those other ones. I'll see, because they're the same sort of thing. You've got your date and time for your daily schedule, so I could put 7 in and might laminate them, and then they can use a pen, that like a rubber out pen, like a marker pen. And the same with the to-do list, just put a to-do list in, one per month, and then they've got a list of things they need to do that month. So I might use those actually rather than that weekly planner, and that weekly planner will come into something else. And then I wanted a load of charms, because I had made some jewellery. These are a little smaller than I expected them to be though, but they're still nice. And they're all, I think, they should all be, oh no, they're different. Can you see them? So we have moons, stars, that's a seahorse. We've got dinosaurs, anchors, got my hand in the right place, haven't I? Aeroplanes, turtles. Got absolutely all sorts in here. These are nice. So I bought these with the idea of putting them on key rings, necklaces. Well, I haven't got one that's the same so far. Even the turtles are different. Moons. put those ones down for you, these ones. Oh, that's a cat on a moon. Oh, that's sweet. I like that. That's sweet. So that's that. So there's loads and loads, as you can see, there's loads in there. And it doesn't look like there's many duplicates either by the looks of it in that pack. We've got a lovely little cat owl there. So yeah, they're gorgeous, so they'll come in handy. They're all in silver. Now, I don't know whether you remember, but a while ago I bought a guillotine, and, well, I bought it at the beginning of the year. Unfortunately, the time for returning it's run out, so I can't return it, but it's broken, completely broken. The guillotine doesn't come down, up and down. It's been sticking for a while because the screw keeps coming loose. So I keep tightening the screw, and it works, but it's snapped now. The foldable away bit, that snapped ages ago. I had it taped together. It's just, I would not recommend buying it at all. It's a complete waste of money. It looks really good at the time, but it was a mess, and I think that's what's in here. I've also bought some J Addictions UV resin. Expensive! I think that was something like £30. It might even have been nearly 40 for this, 500 grams. I mean, it lasts a while, but that's besides the point. That's expensive. You can get some, like, a lot cheaper, but they're not quite as good. I mean, J Addiction is a good resin, but I don't know whether I like to pay that much. Why is a big box for the big box? That box will come in handy, though. My one down here is broke. Right, let's have a look-see. Let's have a look-see. We have to go across there and down there, across there, oops, and down there, and then it's glued. This way. So, ooh. All that came out of there. That fell down. Right, so this is my new guillotine. I always like the handle guillotines. Oh, it's not got a blade. It's a flat-edged blade. It's not a mitred blade. And then you've got your doodah that slides across there. It's only actually a small one, so it's actually only goes up to 24 centimeters or 10 inches, which I'm not 100% pleased about because I do work a lot with 12 by 12, but it looks pretty good. This is and then obviously you've got your handle to go on there. Which way around does it go? And then it's got a lock button. That's good. So it's got a little button on the side here that locks that on. It's a lot better. It's not plastic. It's all made of metal. Screws are nice tightly in. This one's a proper nut, rather than just held in with screws. This whole thing's metal. It's got the grid marks on for B7, B6, A5, B5, and then A4. And then it goes 1.5 inches above A4. So we do have 28 centimeters down. So that'll be, hang on, let me see, 24, that's 10, 11. So we've got 12 inches coming down. So I could measure it 12 inches that way. But it's difficult cutting. So then this slides, so at least you've got something that can hold the paper back, which is nice. Rather than just have to worry about it yourself, you can actually make sure the paper edge is level, which I like because I find it difficult sometimes to make sure the bottom of the paper is level with the top of the paper. Sometimes squiggles out, so I don't always get a straight line. So we'll see how this works. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't that expensive. Depending on how it works, I might actually treat myself to a really expensive one. I was thinking of going to the Tonic Studios, but I couldn't warrant paying the money for it. But we'll see how this one goes, because my other one with a slidey blade is not cutting the paper properly, and I've put a new blade in it, so I don't know why. But it comes in as a second-hand one quite nicely, but I do prefer the guillotine, the pulley down guillotine, rather than the paper cutter. So that's what Mr. Postman brought. Now, the other day I bought some things. I made this up the other day. A little rocky chair. I got it, this came flat packed from Craft Every Bargain or something like that. And they came flat packed, and then you put them together. And I've actually bri waxed this one. And I might put some like little clear stamps on, like this kind of thing on as decoration. Or then again I might get make a little pillow for it. I think I'm going to have to glue it in place though, because it keeps slipping out. These bits are actually secure. This bit though keeps, and it has snapped here, so I'm going to have to glue that. So it needs a little bit of TLC, this one. But it's nice. And then I made this house. Now I started to put some tissue paper on the front, but then I wasn't pleased with the result. So what I've done is I've taken the tissue paper off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint over the top and use some crackle paste, I think. See whether we can get a crackle on. I'll obviously sand it down a little bit. I want make some little shingles on the top. I might use lollipop sticks, make little shingles. This actually opens up, so I don't know whether to put like a little sticky notepad on the top. I'm not sure yet. And then paint it, and then that'll be lovely. And this is actually quite, although I did glue it, I used some Mod Podge to stick it in place, and that's held quite nicely. So that's that one. I've also made this one. This one here, which is a heart tree. So you got the tree, and then you got 3 hearts, and then 3 pieces that you put underneath. So that heart's not actually stuck properly, but and then the idea, and then they've got a slit at the top. I don't know whether you can see that. There's like an opening at the top. The idea is you stick photographs in it, and then that goes in there like that. So you've got this heart tree, and I think it's beautiful. I don't know whether to leave it in the burnt and paint the back, or some kind of distress the back so it looks like the front, and then paint. Oh, the paste goes that way, and then do something with the base. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So that's that one. Let's put it back in its package so you can see it. That one. We then have, where is it? Everything is all over in this place. I cannot find a thing. Well, I can find it. It's just, I know where things are, but the likelihood is they've dropped off. I need to practice my Arabic today. I'm learning Arabic if you didn't know. Because we went to Morocco in March this year and I loved the language. I learnt the language basically to keep my mind active because my dad had just died. We got word through that my dad had died while we were on the plane. And so it was a really tough week knowing that I wasn't here helping. But so I kept my mind busy by learning Arabic, and the staff were brilliant. They would really, really help me out learning it. So I thought, I got addicted to it. I thought, well, why don't I just like learn the language? Because we were going back. So we are going back in March next year. Same place. So I'm learning Arabic. So next time I can go, I can hopefully, at the minute, I'm mainly learning how to read and write it. So I've also made these, changing the subject back to crafting. I made these. This also came from Crafty Bargains or whatever they call it. Craft Every Bargain, I think it is. And it's a family run business and it's all a lot on MDF, a lot of craft stuff. But I love the MDF flat packs. I've had them before, but not from that company. I've used them before. So I made these. So this is, it comes with rings, and this is, the idea is like you put paper in it. So I'll probably put some pattern paper in, make a little journal book out of it. But I had these napkins of hedgehogs, so just Mod Podged them onto there. I thought, and then kept the burnt side of things for the inside, so that I've got the choice of either leaving it brown like that with the distressing on, or actually covering it with a different napkin. So what I've done is I've made it so they're facing each other, so when, like if you put them together, they're actually facing each other, they're going in different directions. I thought that was really sweet, so I've done that. Did that. I also got this flat pack, which is a truckle box, and we got some more in here. This came the other day. Oh, is it? There we go. We got this is a wheelbarrow. We've got some top hats. Thought they would come nice on some wedding cards. We've got, as I said, this is the wheelbarrow. We got another truckle box which has the holes in it. Looks like wood slats. It's very nice. I've seen one made up, but this is a small one. Then we got some lighthouses, which I thought would look nice in my resin, or cards or whatever. But there's only two. I only got two because I wasn't quite sure of the size and everything. And this is Crafting with Josie. They're really sweet. And then this one is a it's like a mirror, and it's got hearts, and it's like it opens it's got doors on the front, and you open them and you've got this mirror behind it, window with mirror in. So it's like a shuttered window, I think, if I remember correctly. So that's those. That can go there for them, one of them. I'll leave it there. So that's that lot. That's that lot. So that's what Mr. Postman's brought. And I've shown you what I've been busy with because I've been mainly doing that album. I made the odd card. I'm working on my entry for, can't remember her name, it's gone out of my head. A new lady I'm subscribed to, lovely lady, and she's doing a giveaway, and she asked for a graduation card and I think an ATC. Anyway, I've got both prepared, so I'm going to do the ATC and I've done the graduation card. I'll show you it. I was going to keep it a secret, but all I've done is got a small, I think it's a, yeah, it's just 100, it's 4 by 4x6. It's actually 4x5.5, I think. Yeah, 4x5.5 card. And I've put some paper on that has lots of numbers and writing and things like that, because I thought that was relevant to graduating and working and hard. Then I've got this little gnome that's reading a book, because obviously there's a lot of study involved with graduation. And then I've put congratulations down there. Can you see that? Congratulations down that side, and then you graduated. So congratulations, you graduated. I don't know whether I'm supposed to actually fill it out or whether or not it's her. I don't know. So I have left it open for now until I double check the video. And then this is the ATC. Now I made this a while ago. It was one of 3. It was made on December the 20th, 2022. It has the details of my date of birth, my likes, things that I think important. And I've made this one based on the sea because I live near the sea, so that was the idea. So we've got fish, we've got seaweed, different greens, and it's on a tag that I actually bought. I didn't make the tag was bought. And then on the back I've got a little just a triangular, just to decorate it with bubbles on. So that's the ATC. So we're going to double check and find out the address and get that sent off, because I think it closes on the 27th of May. So I haven't got much time left. So we'll get that sorted. And I think that's everything today, folks. Hopefully I'll give you a clue in how I play with these. Oh, I don't know whether I showed you this. I'll show you now, just in case I haven't showed it. I made this a while ago now. I made this flower cane out of, obviously, clay. And I really liked the result. And I thought I'll cut petals and make, and the whole idea was to make a full flower. But it wouldn't sit right in the jug because the bottom is like uneven. So I was having difficulty making it sit, and also getting the petals to go inside the doodah, because I think I baked them before I put them in. I'm not sure anyway, but I had trouble with it. So what I thought I'd do is, rather than fill the middle with more of these petals, I had this flower that I bought from a B&M store, I think, somewhere. Either B&M or wasn't the Works. I think it was to be, or Home Bargains. I think it was B&M. Or the Range. It could have been the Range, but it was with my mum, and I don't think they have a Range where my mum is. Anyway, some shop. And so I thought, right, I'll cut one of those off and I'll stick it in the middle, and it looks a bit like a cacti flower. So I thought I'd do like a succulent like that. And I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. So it's in a little ceramic pot, and this pot originally had a plant for a fish tank. And I used the plant up in lots of other things, like, for example, the tag that I just made, or the ACT card. So I thought, right, well, I'll use the pot up. So that's what I did. And I'm quite pleased with the result, actually. I keep looking at it and think, oh, that's quite cute. So I might make some more. And that little flower in the middle just seemed to made it pop. So I've got that stood on my windowsill with all my junk. Right, so let's put the guillotine away down there where it goes. And hopefully this one will last a lot longer than the last one. We'll put the gems in one of these little pots. My mother-in-law's been keeping these little pots. She gets puddings in them from Asda or somewhere like that. And she saves them. They've got little plastic lids, and they come in really handy for this kind of thing. So I've got all my little tiny bits in, like my butterflies, and I got some more of those the other day. Got some more bits, butterflies and flowers and things. I've shown you most of the flowers. These are the new ones. Butterflies you've seen. So I just topped up on some of the others, but then I got a different kind of flower. So we've got this tiny little flower here. And they look lovely in coasters. Got an example here. So you can see, I'll put those away. You can see how we use various different flowers. We've got some of the dragonflies. Hang on. I've used this one. It sits on my desk. We've got dragonflies, butterflies, all that kind of thing in. See? And they look really, really nice. So I got some more flowers, so that I've got a mix match of flowers that I can put in. So what we'll do is we'll just put these in here. And then they're easier to get to. And then stack up there. So that's that. So I might have a play with some resin today, I think. We'll lost a flipping stamp yesterday. I was busy doing that graduation card and I was going to use this stamp here. But I got it out and could I find it? God, heck, it's like it's gone missing. Took it off, put it down, got the die cut out. There's another one of those with the ings in, but it's faulted that one because the resin went funny on the top of it. So I need to sand that down on both sides. So that's another one of them there. Yeah, can I as heck as find it? It's just vanished. So I'm going to have to tidy my craft room just to find a die, and I don't mind my craft room needs tidying. It's an absolute site. Tip. And once I tidy it, I can do my desk, and I need to mark out the cuts so my husband can cut it for me. But I've got it sorted as to how I wanted it. I've lost a lid for me dye, me ink. Right, so that's everything, I think. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to. Hit like, share and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the subscribers that I already have. You're much appreciated. I really enjoy us having a little chat and giggle together. Hopefully I'll be doing a live shortly, but we'll have to wait and see. As I don't know whether you knew, but I had a kitchen fire. So that's why you haven't seen me for a while, because we've been working on the kitchen. Didn't totally destroy, but the benches are burnt. The extractor fan exploded. The place was black with soot. So inside cupboards, everything's had to be washed out. Pots, pans, I've had to wash everything that I own in the kitchen. Then the ceiling was already damaged because of a flood we had we had a constant drip. After we had the heating put on, we had the heating altered. There was a leak in the pipes under the bath, and it piled up, and anyway, the ceiling. So we've had to get new plasterboard, so that went up yesterday. So it's just a case now of giving the whole ceiling another couple of coats of paint, getting new benches put on and paint, because we were going to do a new kitchen, but it was as and when. But now it's a case of we need to do a new kitchen. So my brother-in-law's working on my benches, and we've got a new tap augers, we've got a new sink ordered. Well, we've got the new sinks arrived. We had the new sink for a long time. We've had the tap for a while. I'm getting one of those posh taps that pull out and swish swish. I'm wanting one of them, so I got one of them. I think we're getting a new cooker now, because the cooker has cracked, but it cracked before the fire, but I don't think it's helped it. We also need a new extractor hood, so we'll obviously get one of those. The cupboard doors are getting painted into a grey colour, so we're going to be really busy. So I don't know how much time I'll have to do lives and video and even craft. Although I don't tend to do much with paint and dust because of my asthma. It really affects it quite badly, so I tend to stay away. So that's when I'll come upstairs and craft. So hopefully I'll see you. If not, I'm going to love you and leave you. As I say before, please remember to pass on a smile if you get the opportunity to. I'll see you all later, guys. Bye.